since we're a little bit into the live stream, let me get into why I'm doing this 144,000 stream instead of 150,000. I think I'm at 157, 158,000 subscribers now. So why 144,000? For the non-Jehovah's Witnesses around, you may, or the non-ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, you may not realize why that number is important. Or maybe you do. A lot of people have heard this number in the past through their church or read it in the book of Revelation or whatever. So let me just explain why that number is relevant to Jehovah's Witnesses and explain what it is. In the book of Revelation, I think Revelation chapter 7, it's either Revelation 7 or Revelation 14. You know what? I can just ask the Google machine. It knows everything. I feel like it's Revelation 7. Let's find out. Yeah. So Revelation 7, 1 through 8. After this, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth. You remember, this is basically an LSD-fueled fever dream that I think Paul was having, or somebody was having, who was writing this, supposedly. So 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth to prevent any wind from blowing on the land or on the sea or any tree. Saw another angel coming up from the east, having the seal of the living God. He called out in a loud voice to the 4 angels who'd been given the power to harm the land and the sea. Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God. Then I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. From the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed, and then it goes through the 12 tribes of Israel. So Jehovah's Witnesses basically believe that that verse is talking about actual people who are going to heaven the moment Armageddon starts, pretty much. They're going to be like raptured to heaven, basically. 144,000 people. And the reason that they think that it's possibly Gentiles and not Jews is because in the Bible, it says, from the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Reuben, from the tribe of Gad, blah, blah, blah. The tribe of Judah, there was something unique and special about the tribe of Judah, that it was a territory and not an actual group of people, from my understanding. So they say that it's a figurative number. Like, Jehovah's Witnesses like to stretch things and twist them around and kind of get their own interpretation a lot of the time. And that's pretty much what they did with this. So they're saying 144,000 Gentiles are going to be raptured to heaven the moment Armageddon starts. They're going to be given swords and shields, sent to earth to slaughter anybody who is not an active, baptized Jehovah's Witness. And the people, those 144,000 people, are known as the anointed. That's what Jehovah's Witnesses call them. The anointed are going to come to earth and wreak havoc on anybody who doesn't believe the religion by the time Armageddon comes. Now, a lot of people ask, how do the anointed know that they're chosen by God or whatever? And the answer is, they just know. It's that simple. There's no explanation behind it. There's no like vetting process. There's no earning your keep or any of that other junk. You just know. And they don't really go into detail about how these people determined it outside of just, I just felt it in my soul. That's it. I just knew that I was anointed and I knew I was chosen by God. That simple. Suddenly they say, okay, you're anointed, and they kind of become special. Like, they eat the emblems at the memorial, they drink the wine and eat the bread and everything. Like, basically they take communion for Jehovah's Witnesses once a year at their memorial around Easter time. And that sets them apart from every other Jehovah's Witness. So people ask, what's going to happen to everybody else? Like, only 144,000 people are going to heaven? Like, what about the other 8.5 million or 8.4 million Jehovah's Witnesses? What's going to happen to them? The answer is they kind of believe in basically a Garden of Eden 2.0. They think that God created the Garden of Eden originally, right? That was his intent. That was his plan. Why would God change his plans? He wouldn't. That's their whole bit. God has never changed in the history of the Bible, which is complete BS in itself. But that's what they're saying. They're saying God didn't change his plans. He's going to create another Garden of Eden, pretty much. The whole earth is going to be populated with Jehovah's Witnesses. And if you don't make it through Armageddon, like, you can die before Armageddon starts, but if you die during Armageddon, it's over. Almost everybody after Armageddon gets a second chance, though. There will be a resurrection of the good and the bad, pretty much. And they will get a second chance. Everybody except for really, really extremely bad people, like Judas Iscariot, they say, won't get a second resurrection because his crime was so heinous, killing Jesus or betraying him or whatever. Adam and Eve already had their shot at perfection, so they're not coming back. Things like that. Little tiny nuances that, building the lore up that's not there. They claim to kind of have a bead on what God's thinking, so they're going to tell the Jehovah's Witness membership all the secrets that they can't get anywhere else. So anyways, that's what happens at the end. 144,000 Jehovah's Witnesses go to heaven, and all of the other loyal, active, baptized, door-knocking Jehovah's Witnesses who make it through Armageddon get to live on a paradise earth, and everybody else is killed by those anointed people. So anyway, I have 144,000 subscribers now. That's more people than were going to heaven, according to Jehovah's Witnesses. But honestly, somebody pointed out, I don't remember who it was. I wish I could credit them for this because it was actually pretty on point. I had more subscribers than people going to heaven on my first subscriber. So I'm pretty happy that everybody's here. Really, really glad that you guys have provided me the opportunity to talk about something that I truly care about. So thank you all for being here. All 144,000 of you. In fact, all 158,000 of you. Thank you guys. Because this platform straight up would not exist without you guys, for real.